For our new releases for toddlers, I want to start with 4 of my favorite new storybooks that teach great lessons that your kids will love. Let's start with Lemur Dreamer. Lemur Dreamer is about a lemur who sleepwalks. He sleepwalks all around town, and his friends start to get worried about his bad habit. So they band together and discover a way to make sure that Lemur is safe and solve his sleepwalking problem. This is a silly story that your kids will love, watching all of the animals band together and think it's hilarious at all of the fun things that Lemur does in the middle of the night. Speaking of silly, this is hands down my boy's favorite new title because it is full of ways that this little donkey makes you say silly things throughout the book. It's called I Say Ooh and You Say Ah. So for example, it says, while you're looking, here's something else to remember. If you see a cloud, you say your name out loud. So every time you go through the book and see a cloud, they have to yell out their name. Then here's another one. Every time I turn the page, you must wave. So you turn the page and you wave, and then the donkey thinks you're saying goodbye. And it's really fun to watch the donkey do silly things, have your kids do silly things throughout the book, keep up with remembering to wave when it turns the page or to say their name. It's, like I said, silly. It involves underpants. All toddlers think that that's hilarious. So this is a great option if you just want something fun to get your kids engaged in a storybook. Boy is one of my absolute favorites. Boy is deaf and he lives in medieval times, and the knights are always fighting the dragon in the woods, and he does not understand why they are always fighting and why his mom and dad are always scared. And one day he runs out into the middle of the fight, but he cannot hear the knights or the dragons yelling at him to get out of the way, and so he discovers a way to communicate with them instead, and he gets them to band together and realize that maybe they shouldn't be fighting at all, that maybe it was just a misunderstanding. It's a great lesson on why communication is not always just with your words. It can be through your actions and through your emotions. This is a really sweet story, a great way to teach emotions and teach that love can come from not just your words, but how you react to other people. Ava's Spectacular Spectacles is a great book that's all about Ava who gets new glasses. And of course, at first, she's not too keen on wearing her new glasses. But they go through different storybooks, like our classics like Little Red Riding Hood, and they talk about how Little Red Riding Hood would have been a completely different story if Little Red Riding Hood had just been wearing her glasses. Maybe she would have seen that wolf in the first place and never gone in to get eaten. Or Humpty Dumpty might have never fallen off the wall. So this is really fun twist on fairy tales, and a great way to show kids that wearing your glasses is fun and not something to be ashamed of.